Right, greetings everybody. Welcome on a Sunday morning, not our usual time for recording a video, but when there is news, I will continue to post about it. Anyway, so yes, my previous two videos, before we get into the actual news and discussion, the previous two videos I said people are a little bit down on the game. And to be fair, I think it's fair to be down about the game. I don't think it's really should be too terribly worried about EOS though. At least that's my feelings today. Mainly just because, hey, if EOS is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And well, it doesn't matter if at the beginning of the game or at the end of the game, any money you sink into a gacha is just permanently gone forever. It's just, you're never going to get technically all of your money's worth out of it. It's way better to just own a actual thing so that they can't take it away from you, like this. And you know what? Personally, I think that every gacha at this point, this is just I guess, not really a hot take, because I think that most consumers would agree with this, but I feel like anybody who puts any amount of money into a gacha should be legally, by law, entitled that when the gacha game ends, there is a offline version made of the game for the sakes of game preservation, for the sakes of just a bunch of different reasons. And yeah, I think that would be a really good thing. But yeah, also I get to show off this. Also, yeah, I'm playing Metaphor. It slightly bothers the crap out of me, that game. Maybe that would be a different video, but I don't really want to get into a online fight or just get a bunch of hate about having criticisms about an Atlas game, because, you know, fighting fan base is pointless. Speaking of which, so let's get back to Wotv and talk about the big thing in this video, which is we got a preview for the Halloween unit that will be coming out this Wednesday on JP. And of course, we're getting the tease, which seems to be a thing that the Twitter is doing a little bit more this year. And we are getting one, don't mistake it here, we are not getting two Halloween units. Wotv is only getting one new Halloween unit, but kind of fun to think that with the axing of so many seasonal units, that Halloween seems to be the one that stands to the very end of Wotv. I'm someone on the development team, someone in a higher up position, really loves the Halloween units way more than any other type of unit that is out there. So yeah, we will probably get the full information tomorrow if, you know, patterns follow through. It could be that the news gets delayed for whatever reason. You know, I'm just leaving some wiggle room so that people don't go, you said, well, always just a guesstimate. But yeah, tomorrow should be the actual full unveil, so we'll have all of the preview then. But taking a look at this, well, it is a cat-themed Halloween unit this year. We got thighs on display, stockings, the skirt, main kind of dress style, which makes me think I'm going to go ahead and say that this, before we even guess the unit, I'm actually going to guess other details first. I think that this will be a physical based unit, possibly magical damage. I say that because Garuza is a recent answer to magic, so it would be kind of tone deaf, and that is very much in the design document for Wotv, so this could be a magical unit that just dies to Garuza. However, it could also be that this is just a physical unit, but I think we're going to see a claws-based unit, just on the cat theme. When we're talking about cat-like characters in these games, it feels like a lot of the times it is, you know, either straight-out claws or a mage. And I don't think we're going to see a mage, a straight-out mage. I think fist type unit. It would be interesting too because we haven't seen a, like, not a glove user, but like an actual tiger. Like, for instance, she would be able to use the tiger claws. I don't even know if I have an actual full copy of that weapon anywhere. I mean, this demonstrates claws, I guess, for the sake of this discussion, but like a magic claws user in the same way of like Queen, which would be neat. We haven't seen one of those in a while. It was not super well done with Queen, so maybe they could do it right this time, make her generally quite strong for a month, and then, you know, anniversary happens and she's irrelevant, which would be right in line with FFBE history with Lyra, which was a very similar situation. History repeats itself, maybe? So that's my thoughts about that. The other thing I am going to say, I think that her Trust Mastery is going to be a set of cat ears, some kind of beret or something with cat ears on it. And as for the unit itself, boy oh boy, this is a tough one. Because Halloween units, I mean, we were looking at Raryu, we've looked at Leela, both of those were minor characters previously. Frederica was also a Halloween unit. I'm trying to think, Lucio was probably the biggest Halloween unit. But it feels like generally free lower tier characters are the ones that end up as this. We also can get an idea here, either they remove the hair or the hair is just straight up. So it could be a short-haired unit, which to me is a tough call. It's really hard to say which unit I think could end up being this one. I don't think it's Lorila. There's no indication of long hair, and that's a lot of hair to put up. I mean, so I'll also say that some people have said that it might be Lemire. I've heard a little bit of theorizing that it might be Lemire, it might be Raychez. Both of those characters seem pretty good choices for it. It could be Raytal. It could be, who else could it be? I definitely 100% think it is a female character. Could be Miranda, but Miranda got a Valentine's unit. You know, I'm just kind of second guessing my thought. I had a thought at the original start of this video, but now I'm just kind of peering through the units and seeing who I think. And I think my guess this time around will be Dea. I know it's a little bit weird to say, but I honestly think that this probably... let me just get that out. This will probably be our Halloween unit this year. I think that she has been stuck as an SSR, but is quite popular among the fan base. That they were to make a unit that kind of would do very well. I mean, also costume-wise, it's somewhat similar. I mean, grasping at straws, because there really isn't too many terrible hints that it could be. And it could be something just out of left field. You know, when we looked at Summer Unit doing this kind of thing, and the Summer Unit ended up being Resnick, right? So it could be anything, but Dea to me seems like a similar body style. Seems like this is probably what we're going to get. And I think that she's long overdue for a new version, and it would be cool for this character to get a new version. So that's my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and tomorrow we'll have the preview of her and whatever is coming with Halloween. This should be the last gasp before we get the announcement. However, for anybody who's curious, this should be the last thing before we get the announcement of the live stream, which should be basically our preview into the 5th anniversary, as well as the next collaboration, which should be a new collaboration or a substantial increase to a previous collaboration, because that's how anniversary works. But yes, stay tuned for all that, and we'll talk to you soon enough in the future. Take care.